The following story contains themes of infidelity, emotional turmoil, and loss that may resonate deeply. Grab a tissue, brace for suspense, and prepare for a roller coaster of heartbreak and redemption that will leave you reflecting on love, trust, and second chances. Don't forget to subscribe. Turn on the notification bell to get the latest updates on infidelity tales. Also like and share this video so that it can reach a wider audience on YouTube. So let's continue. The kitchen clock ticked louder than usual that evening, each second a reminder of the life I was unraveling. My name is Sarah, and for 10 years, Michael has been my anchor, my kind, steady husband who could make me laugh even on my darkest days. Our marriage was the kind people envied, a cozy suburban home, photo albums filled with vacations, and a shared dream of starting a family. But lately, the warmth has faded. Michael's late nights at the office, his distracted glances, the way he'd fall asleep on the couch instead of our bed, it all chipped away at me. I told myself it was stressful. I told myself we'd fix it. Then I met Jason again. Jason was my college love, the one who got away. We'd parted ways amicably, but seeing him at the coffee shop last month was like stepping into a time machine. His easy smile, the way he remembered my order, black coffee, 2 sugars, lit something in me I thought was long dead. 1 coffee. Date turned into texts, then secret lunches, then stolen kisses in his car. I justified it. Michael was distant. I was lonely, and Jason made me feel alive. But lies have a way of growing legs, and mine were sprinting. That night, Jason was in our living room, his jacket slung over the couch, when the front door clicked open. Michael wasn't supposed to be home for hours. My heart plummeted as his keys hit the counter. Jason froze, and I stammered, "Michael, you're early." His eyes flicked from me to Jason, and the air turned to ice. I braced for an explosion, yelling, accusations, anything. But Michael just stared, his face unreadable, and walked upstairs without a word. I expected rage, shouting, but the silence that followed was worse. When I followed him, I found his suitcase open and a note that broke me. I raced up the stairs, my pulse hammering. The bedroom door was ajar, and Michael was methodically folding shirts into a suitcase. His calmness unnerved me more than any fight could. "Michael, please, let me explain," I begged. But he didn't look up. On the bed was a note in his neat handwriting. "I need space. Don't follow me." My knees buckled. This wasn't my Michael, the man who'd once driven 3 hours to surprise me with flowers, who'd promised we'd face anything together. As he zipped the suitcase, I flashed back to the signs I'd ignored, the canceled date nights, the way he'd stare at his phone with a furrowed brow, the quiet sighs I dismissed as exhaustion. Had I pushed him away? Or had I been too wrapped up in Jason to notice him slipping? I reached for his arm, but he pulled away, his voice low. "Sarah, I can't do this right now." He left, the door closing with a finality that echoed in my chest. For 3 days, I was a ghost in my own home, replaying that moment, texting Michael with no reply. Jason called, but I couldn't face him. Guilt gnawed at me, mixed with dread. Then on the 3rd night, headlights swept across the driveway. Michael was back, but he wasn't alone. A text from Michael arrived first. "We need to talk." But not yet. 3 days later, he returned with a stranger who changed everything. I appeared through the blinds, my stomach twisting. A woman stepped out of Michael's car, tall, polished, her briefcase gleaming under the streetlight. My mind raced. Was this his revenge? Had he moved on already? I hated the jealousy that flared, hated myself for feeling it after what I'd done. The doorbell rang, and I opened it to find Michael, his face gaunt, and the woman who extended a hand. "I'm Carla, Michael's attorney," she said, her tone professional but kind. "An attorney." My relief was short-lived. In the living room, Carla laid out documents and Michael finally spoke. "I'm filing for divorce, Sarah." His voice was steady, but his eyes, those eyes I'd loved for a decade, held a pain I couldn't unsee. The conditions were generous. I'd keep the house, most of our savings. Too generous? It felt wrong. "Why are you doing this?" I whispered. He didn't answer. Instead, Carla slid an envelope across the table. "Read it before you decide," she said, her gaze softening as they left. I tore it open, expecting legal jargon. Instead, it was a handwritten letter from Michael, dated months ago. The first line stopped my heart. "Sarah, if you're reading this, I'm already running out of time." The lawyer's envelope wasn't divorce papers. It was a will. The truth he'd hidden was worse than any betrayal I'd committed. Michael's letter revealed a secret he carried alone, a terminal illness, diagnosed a year ago. The late nights, the distance, the canceled plans. He hadn't been pulling away. He'd been shielding me. Arranging finances, meeting doctors, preparing for a future I'd have to face without him. My affair wasn't just a betrayal. It was a dagger, and his final act of love. I sank to the floor, the letter trembling in my hands. His words burning. "I wanted you to be okay when I'm gone. I still do." I found him at the hospital the next day, admitted after collapsing at his lawyer's office. He looked frail, a shadow of the man who'd carried me over the threshold of our first apartment. "Why didn't you tell me?" I sobbed. He managed a weak smile. "I didn't want your pity, S. I wanted your love." He knew about Jason, had known for months, had seen the texts, the late night calls. Yet he'd stayed silent, hoping I'd choose him. The divorce was his last attempt to set me free, to let me choose Jason without guilt. "It's too late for me," he whispered. "But not for you." His words haunt me. "It's too late for me, but not for you." His final request left me sobbing and changed everything I thought. Michael passed a week later, his hand cold in mine. At his funeral, I was numb, surrounded by friends who didn't know the depth of my shame. In his will, he left me a final letter, delivered by Carla. I read it alone, tears blurring the ink. He forgave me, not out of weakness, but because he believed I could be better. "You broke my heart, Sarah," he wrote, "but I never stopped loving you. Live a life that honors that love." He'd known about Jason since the beginning, had seen us at the coffee shop, had waited for me to come back to him. The divorce was a test of my heart, and I'd failed. I called Jason, desperate for comfort, but he was distant. "You'll always love him," he said, and hung up. He was right. Jason had been a spark, but Michael was my home. I visited Michael's grave, the weight of my choices crushing me. I vowed to live differently, to be honest, to cherish what matters, to never again betray the love I'd been given. I lost the only man who ever loved me because I didn't see it until it was gone. I'm so sorry, Michael. I'll carry this regret forever. Thanks for watching. Want more infidelity stories? Hit the subscribe button and tap on the notification bell for more.